All right, so the next prompt is Murky, and I kind of struggled with the concept for this one a little bit, especially coming off of Crown and realizing that there needs to be like a strong character motivation to kind of drive the story a bit. I really wanted to have that strong motivation, and what I settled on was a guy trying to get his dog back, and it the story ended up being a little bit of a bummer. You know, the guy is sad, uh, looking for his dog, and he doesn't find it until the end of the story. But happy ending. He does find his dog, and everything's all good. But this was also my first attempt at trying to write dialogue. So I realized, especially after Crown, that there wasn't any story that I had written so far that had two characters talking to each other, and uh, I thought, why not try and change that? So I wrote in some dialogue this time, and I think it went all right. I think the characters are speaking correctly, and there's not like some crazy things being said, and it's not a terribly long. But on the reread, looking back on it, I do think that I maybe made the characters' voices a little too similar. What they're saying is different, obviously, and they're in different, places of the story, kind of talking through a radio. But the voice of each of the characters, I think, is probably a little too similar, and that's something to work on for the next one, I guess. Um, Overall, I'm pleased with the story. It was kind of a different thing, a different emotion altogether. Like I said before, it's a little bit sad. The guy is really feeling the loss of his dog, and trying to get it back. Um, but but yeah, the strong character motivation did make it a lot easier. So I think I will continue to do that, to include a strong character motivation. Drawing the image, I went with the guy's face staring into the dog's face, and thankfully I have been studying faces, so that actually wasn't terribly difficult. Obviously my faces aren't perfect. I've only been studying drawing faces for a couple days, really. But looking back at my first drawing, which was mustache, I did draw a face on mustache and a body. And now, looking at the evolution of what I can draw now as a face, the knowledge is sinking in. It's working. The studying and practicing works. Surprise. So yeah, I'm pleased with how that one came together. Again, on the finished video this time will also include my friend's dictation, and he's getting better at that too. So I think it's all coming together nicely. And the next prompt after this is deer, and I've got an idea for that one. So just like before, if you want to see the finished piece, go ahead and click on the next video, and that'll have the story accompanied by the picture. So again, thanks for watching.